Gargling soda in the pre-podcast, pissing off the homies.
Fuck you.
Bitch.
Thank you for 18 months, but fuck you. That's so fucked up. All right. All right. Welcome to episode 26 of AniBites, the anime podcast.
Yeah, you haven't lived until you've gargled soda.
Get the fuck out of here.
No.
All right. First question. First question.
Tonic water.
Who would you ever gargle soda, and why? Why would you do it? I mean, now I'm tempted to try just to see if there's some sort of like autism feel, but like what?
Not really. I just do it for fun. It's a liquid. Like,
Oh, you real?
there's no reason not to do it.
Peroxide's the same feel.
Like, does it make more bubble? Like, it's carbonated. Like, I don't know. I feel like you're
No.
fucking with the dentistry gods or some shit. Oh, I had started. Hold on, we're waiting. I really should watch the ad timer.
How dare you?
I mean, I'm a mod and I don't watch the ad timer, so.
I just exist.
I'm just here. Now we're gonna
Oh,
continue
Knox
anyway.
wasn't even hydrate. I'll drink soda.
I swear to God, if you gargle, I'm going
I
to.
wasn't going to, but now that you've said something.
I swear to
You're
fucking
a
God,
nothing
I will
god.
get on a plane tonight.
You don't know where I live.
No, but
Right,
Brownie
yeah.
might, and I think he'll cave.
Yeah, I just dox him. I'm not gonna do that.
It's okay, he's a co-host. He started it.
All right. Well, anyway, welcome to AniBites, the anime
Your Honor, you
podcast.
started it.
I'm aware. Episode 26. It was Star's choice this last week, despite some confusion. There was a lot of confusion.
Don't forget to introduce your co-hosts.
That's right. That's right. Let's see here. We have going to my left, right, left. Which way am I facing? Right. It would be right.
Hold your
It
fingers
would
up,
be.
bud.
It's
It would be
Oh,
yours,
a
right?
dat
It's left
brownie.
on the screen.
Oh, okay, left then. Oh, that brownie boy.
Hey-o.
You can find him at Light Novel Brownie at YouTube.
I've been procrastinating on the most recent video. That's why I haven't uploaded.
It's fine, man.
On top of it being
No, it's not.
45 minutes long, we yapped for a long time.
Oh, wow, you got a
Taking a
lot.
while to edit.
All right, fair.
That's good.
Get your shit together though. Next we have Star. She's just here.
I am thinking about starting to do audiobooks. Though.
Ooh, audiobooks. Okay, well we'll keep
I've been
you
interested in
posted on
voice
that
acting
one.
for a while.
Let's
and I hear
voice
that
act.
that's a good way to get in.
Yay, let's voice act. And then we have the soda gargler themselves, Sleepy Corpse, who I guess
Hey,
doesn't
Chad,
need
if
to
you want
worry
something-
about tooth of decay because he's a fucking corpse.
Hey, Chad, if you want to have something delicious that'll give you a heart attack, Coke and donuts. I recommend it.
Coke and
Coke
donuts.
and
got it.
donuts.
That's an interesting combination that I'm very actually
Is it
intrigued in.
Mexican Coke?
Yeah,
Do you
I
know
actually
what's
heard
really
about it
fucking
years
good?
ago on the internet, and I tried it and I loved it.
Do you know what's really fucking good? Oreos
What?
and
Do
Pepsi.
tell. I guess.
See, I'm inclined to believe you, but the only issue is I don't really like Pepsi that much.
I'm vibrating right now.
That
I think
means she
Pepsi's
likes
aight.
us, chat. That means she likes us.
I'm vibrating, trying not to say what I want to say. How dare you?
Type it in the side chat.
Time to make a soda gargler roll for Sleepy now. Yeah.
Oh, do it.
I'd rather sleepy gargle soda than whatever the fuck you just gave my ears.
Oh,
What?
the
Mine are
Oreo and the Pepsi.
Phoenix.
Oh, okay. Okay then.
All right. Anyway. So it was Star's choice, and she can take it from here. Tag, you're it.
You're the host. Congrats.
You've been promoted. You have been
Wow.
hosted.
Well, apologies for not being here last weekend. I had friends, and I would have been rude as shit
How
to
Dare
Pop in.
you
How dare you,
celebrate
even
your
though-
birthday the way that
Hosting
you want?
something.
How could
dare
you?
you- How dare you take one weekend off after I took 2 weekends off before that?
How
Yeah.
dare?
I think I got 2
How
weekends in a row. Actually.
Dare.
So that was my B.
Ah. How?
Well,
Life is life.
It's
for
true.
for our last week in April, I decided to throw out the lovely recommendations of everybody's favorite April anime. I must watch every year. Your Lie in April.
I was gonna joke and say Toradora.
Toradora.
That watch it every December.
Yeah, I know a lot of people watch it every December
Mhm.
because of Christmas.
Well, I'm sorry to derail. Back to you.
No, you're good. That's actually funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of people do it.
yeah, they really do.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
So, Your Lie in April is about a boy who ends up having issues. He used to be a child prodigy, and as he grew up, one day he just couldn't hear the music properly, and he basically derailed his career. And a lot of people kept wishing that he would come back to it, and he ends up meeting a girl who kind of forces him into being. I don't know exactly what it is. In certain events, they have like a pianist and a violinist. She's a violinist. She used to watch him as a kid and wanted him to play with her. So that's the basics there. She tried to get her back into it. I can't get into too much.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I think that's the first 2 episodes.
That
First
would
episode
be.
they meet, and then the second episode she's like, "Yeah, do the thing with me. You're gonna do it, regardless of whether you want to or not."
It's true.
And he gets pulled on stage or something.
Mm.
I was
For
taking an AMV for
accompaniment.
Your Lie in April a while back. I need to. I mixed up all the scenes in my head because of that.
It's because
The other thing
it's been a whole year since April and you haven't watched it in a year.
Ha. I
Yeah.
mean, the other thing you're semi skimming over, but that's really more, for like dramatic stuff, is like the monochrome world he sees things in now. But like I said, that's more for dramatic effect
He has
than
no
really any plot
sparkle in his
relevance.
eyes.
There's
Yeah,
a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit happening to this poor man.
Yeah.
symbolism.
Symbolism. Trauma.
Trauma. Love me a character with some sweet trauma.
I can tell.
Yeah, most of my characters that I like,
Mm,
they got
mm.
that sweet trauma.
They got that trauma
They
in
got
them.
that trauma in
Uh,
them, dog.
Going
It's
off
like
on
they
a
got that
small
dog in
side
them,
tangent, I was gonna say, like, I don't mind characters having trauma. It's usually very, very good in stories. I just don't like, and this is, I feel like, an anime only problem. Everyone else forces them to face it.
Well,
I understand
Well,
the concept
with
behind
that-
having friends and being like, we want you to feel better here. We're going to put you in situations in which this
Yeah,
will
no,
improve your character
I
development.
know it's just because of my personality. I'm the type of person where if you were to try and force me to face it, even though I know it's detrimental to my health, I would not do it just out of pure spite. I
Like
don't
the
care if the
gargling
world
of the
is falling
soda. He
all
did it
around
again
me.
after we told him not to
and
do
you're
it.
totally fair for that.
Yeah, like
I
I'm
was-
definitely the kind of person who like let the world fall around me and fall to ruin it and ruin everyone's lives just to spite you if you force me to do something.
Come on,
Check
we're
side
gonna
No,
check.
my argument
Check
is
side
that
check.
back then.
Check side check.
Oh no,
I'm checking.
Oh, Jesus. Hold on.
I saw that a while ago. I thought that was sleepy for a second.
I like it. Thanks, Crow.
My thing is,
Why?
my argument to
Why?
that is that back then, so I like a lot of older animes, and when these older animes were coming out, it was kind of a new thing that they were trying. So a lot of the things you're gonna watch would be like, well, it's cliche, but when it first came out, it was not.
Yeah, of course. It's kind of like how nowadays it's like, oh, that's like an Evangelion reference. Ha 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 ha. That's like, yeah,
There
that's
goes the
because
fight.
it was such a trendsetter.
Mm.
Like it was the OG.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Cliche or not, trendsetter or not, I've still never been fond of that type of storytelling.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, like I feel like the whole purpose of this podcast, there we go, words, is to kind of get us out of our bubble. Because it's like if you
Mhm.
just leave me to my own devices, I'm going to watch Tressie Isekais 99% of the time.
Yeah.
if it weren't for you guys like being like, it's like you should probably check out this silly anime about a guy that learns how to not view his world monochromatically, and here's a silly violin lady who helps him out of his shell, and then blah blah
Yeah.
blah, and it's like, okay,
Well,
got you. It's like
well,
I'm willing to give the new thing a shot.
yeah, well, no, don't get me wrong. While I hate this methodology, there are plenty of anime that I do like where the end result's happy and I like it. I still don't like the way they started it, no matter, and there's nothing you can do to get me to like it.
Oh, interesting.
Ah.
What would be,
Yeah.
in your opinion, then, like if you had like the Bruce Wayne money and somebody was making an anime and it's just like, we're gonna start off
More Godzilla.
this thematic, and it's like, well, yeah,
I
but like, it's like, how would you rather it be done? Would you rather
like
it just be
like
like,
the idea of having someone force their confront their trauma, basically. And I
yeah,
guess in this case, I would have people try and force it on them, only for it to get worse for that person. And
oh
then
wow,
and then that person, and then they just decide to leave him alone. Not like, abandon him, just like, okay, I guess we should just leave him alone. And then they come deal with it themselves. But that's just
oh,
but that's just because it
interesting.
resonates with me, because I know there are a bunch of people out there who would hate that concept.
There is an anime on my list very much like that.
Damn.
Would
Alright.
you would you be willing to have? I know a lot of people like their stories ending positively. Would you be okay with like an anime ending poorly if
Oh,
it
I've
did
had plenty of those.
Yeah.
if it did the things that you wanted it to do?
Yeah.
Have y'all seen
Yeah,
Kamiga Kill?
No,
I'm sorry, I didn't
no.
I didn't hear you. What was it you said?
a Kamiga Kill. I think that's what
Oh,
she said.
okay.
Oh, me. Okay, I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about Brownie. I was like, oh.
No, I was talking about you. I couldn't hear you over the other people. Sorry about that. I know of it.
Big time yappers.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's on my list too. So eventually, I'll say I'll bring that up on one of my
Yeah.
weeks. I will say manga is 100% no lie, nothing takes the cake. Manga's 100% better. The anime still is good.
Oh yeah, no,
It
there's
kind of
plenty of
has that.
things
It
like
kind
that.
of has that thing you're talking about, though,
Yeah.
Brownie. I won't get too specific because
I
spoilers. But
gotta
yeah.
be honest. I have a hard time, like seeing this work as like clearly it did because it got an anime. Um,
Mhm.
but I find it very, oh, and this goes for any type of anime that's centralized around music in any capacity. I always find it so hard that they're like that translates well into manga. Like, for me in my brain,
Not read the manga for this. I
like
wonder.
like in my brain, like without the music to accompany as he's going along, going through this journey while he's trying to play, and like he just can't, like it just wouldn't work. Like how I don't see that translating into text and
Oh,
picture
that's what you
format.
mean.
Like
Do well, yeah.
the same could be could be said for some parts of
Well,
Boshi, the Boshi Rock, or
Aeon.
yeah, or yep, or I'm trying to think of another one, but I can't think of another one right now. But any type of, I mean, there's tons of music based things.
Mhm.
Where like maybe you could get away with it was a rock person with the sound bubble, just thinking like American comic book sound, like that type deal. But like I've always had trouble understanding how that works translation wise. It's always so weird to kind of think about that.
Fun fact, because I was looking it up to see
Good,
if
good.
it was an anime only before manga was made. It's not. But the origin of Your Lie in April was from a one-shot comic that the mangaka put into one of the books and ended up being his new thing. I always like it when creators like do little one shots or drawings or
Yeah.
something. Because like Chainsaw Man submitted a drawing for One Piece like years and years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That creator, and that led them to make Chainsaw Man. Stuff like that. I dig that type of stuff.
I know the author of My Hero did that with My Hero.
Yeah.
Maybe it was My Hero, not Chainsaw Man.
Uh,
Not my people.
I mean, possibly both of them did it. I mean,
I think
Fair enough.
both of them.
I mean,
did
One
it.
Piece. One Piece had a big impact on a lot of creators that are now making shonens now.
well, yeah, like I know
Yeah,
for
I
a
think
fact
they call
though,
that
the guy who
Stockholm
did.
syndrome.
I know that for a fact the guy who made My Hero did fan art for One Piece like years ago in like one of the previous issues, and it's just crazy to the One Piece creator that wow, this guy is now doing his own manga now.
Mhm.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, my
It's
fan
the
went to
first-
making his own manga.
It's like the first big three had heavy inspirations from Dragon Ball, and then everybody had heavy inspirations from the big three.
Yeah.
hmm
And it will always be that. And as time goes on, you'll find another big three, and then they'll be replaced by another big three, and so on and so forth.
The
Yeah,
norm.
and somebody will serve as an inspiration, and then that'll create like a chain
Mm-hmm.
where I mean we've talked about it before, and just now where it's like what's his face Fujimoto,
Yeah.
where like he did Fire Punch, and then he worked with two other guys making that, and then that did good enough in order to win like manga of the year back in 2019 question mark.
Sure.
I don't remember. But then his two other co-writers went off to make one of them made Spy Family and the other one made Don. So it's like it's everybody
Dun.
starts somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Everybody starts somewhere.
We
Yeah.
all come from somewhere.
I will say, in my defense,
No defenses.
I think I have a lot of romantic anime on my list.
Mm.
Y'all
That's
thought
fine.
it was all gonna be yaoi, but I mix it up.
I mean, I figured it'd be something along those lines.
No yaoi this time.
No,
I-
yeah,
Perhaps
this
I'll
time,
be
yeah.
perhaps I'll be
yeah.
evil next time. Really get the old yaoi chin shit up in there.
Yeah. I gotta be honest. I didn't. If we're just taking the first 3 episodes, I really wouldn't have pegged it. I'm much further on. I think I've only got like 6 episodes left in the series. But I based on like the first 3 episodes, like I really didn't see you liking this one. I was kind of surprised by the direction of what you liked versus or what I thought you would like. And then of course
me?
episode 4 comes along and it kind of ties everything a little bit better up in my brain anyway. And then it's like, okay, no, this is definitely a star anime. But
Yeah.
for the first 2-3 episodes, I was like, what? This is one of the anime star likes? What? Why?
This anime ended up being one of the ones that it wasn't COVID, but it was one of the ones that I put off for so long because I didn't really like the art style that much.
That's fair.
And then like the winter before we got fucked in the ass by COVID, I sat in my room because I didn't want to be around my roommate and watched it. And part of the reason why I got through it and got to that point of liking it was because I didn't want to talk to my roommate. My roommate was shit.
Interesting.
Yeah. I will admit that the art style, there were certain scenes I did not like because of the art style in this anime, but that's just my taste.
I get like that too.
And
I mean, I wouldn't just go so far as to call it bad. It's just, again, not my taste.
yeah. Well, I mean, as we always forget to say at the beginning of all of these episodes, which we should probably just pre-record and play when the scene gets set.
I don't know why you don't
But
You want me to make a splash page to put up?
I was thinking just an audio recording that when I switched to the scene, it would auto play. But
Yeah, but we have problems with that because remember, I gave you a bunch of audio recordings for episode 1. We didn't get to use those.
yeah, but there's a difference between it having start like auto start and having it select play. Like I
That-
can
you
embed.
gotta remember
Anyway,
to
anyway,
like play it.
no, because if I have it set so that it switches with scene, then it will play automatically.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, I forget what I was about to say.
You were saying
Uh,
how it was an anime you didn't think I would like until the 4th episode.
No, what he was actually saying was, as we forget to often say, everything in this podcast is just a reflection of our own opinion.
Oh,
It's
that's
not
right.
fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
And sometimes we're gonna say, we didn't like the artwork, or we didn't like the music, or we didn't like the characters, or anything like that. But we're always glad when you guys,
Or it has too much feet.
yeah, or has. Do you know what has a surprising
much
amount of feet?
feet.
Let's hold on. We're taking a side tangent here. All right. This after
Okay.
like episode 5, there's so many feet in this. There's so many fucking feet in this after episode 5. Like is
And this
Hey,
one?
Brownie.
and this one, yeah.
real?
You don't feel
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, I got 2 episodes in. I was like, all right.
Yeah, after episode
Forgive
5,
me.
there's at least one set of feet in every episode.
Damn.
Yeah. And then as you get later into like the higher double digits, they increase the foot action, and I'm very confused on why.
Foot action.
I mean,
Damn,
they
you
gotta
got
appeal
into
to
it,
some
didn't you?
group.
I guess so. I guess they have to appeal to somebody. But it started off subtle at first, and then by where I am now, it's like why? I don't need to see that detailed level of foot. Like I don't.
It's getting me to want to work on my AMV for this anime again.
But going back to what we were saying before the foot thing, we're happy when you guys enjoy the artwork. Somebody worked hard on it. We're glad that you like it. That doesn't necessarily mean we will.
Phoenix, did you ever see that episode of South Park where Butters has to watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you. Except instead of the wieners, it's feet.
There's just so many
Brownie and me have both gotten feet in.
penis.
Woohoo!
It's gonna hit the point where people are gonna be like, they're gonna be like, Phoenix, you're obsessed with feet, and you're gonna be like, me. What about the anime companies?
Yeah.
We used to be friends. Now it's us. The feet moves.
At first, it was just a joke. I don't think it's a joke anymore.
I normally it's like whatever. Like I'm not. I truly don't care one way or the other. But like they got aggressive with the detail, which is why I'm bringing it up.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember why, if there was an actual reason or if it was just feet.
The 2 scenes in particular that I am thinking of, it's like there's spoilers. I can't really fucking say anything. One of them is running away, and they just focus on the soles of their feet, like hitting the pavement.
Are they barefoot?
Yeah, they're barefoot, but they're just focusing on the soles of the feet. Like, why?
1 second, I'm getting a call.
Why does she
honestly,
get
I feel
bigger
like
when she mutes?
that's just the way she set it up.
There, look at her eggy hedgehog. Eggy hedgehog.
I mean, I guess it might just be a Japanese thing because no secret here. I play Nikkei, and for the recent April Fool's event, at the very end of it, they just have, for no reason, a random foot massage scene, and they go into great detail, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like you could have easily, and if it was an anime, it would make sense if it was like the way they did it was animation based, but they took the time to animate each soul like it was I don't know, man. Like it just seemed unnecessary to the story. Like you could have easily
It definitely brings up the old joke that like Japan is weird because it's an island that we left alone for hundreds of years. Isolation does crazy things to people, man.
I love that. I
But-
love that. That's the thought process behind that.
Yeah, that's just that old joke. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
But yeah. Yeah. No, I generally thought that this was overall it's cute. Cute.
yeah, no, it was definitely cute. I can see the appeal
Yeah.
for people into this kind of thing.
Yeah, no, it's cute. It's um I think it's fairly well made. I mean, they definitely I would say they definitely had a low budget. And then it kind of shows. But yeah, I thought it was cute.
Yeah, I mean, this doesn't scream, like this is gonna be one of our heavy hitters. So it's kind of obvious that they,
Mm,
weren't gonna spend a lot of money on it.
mm,
But they did good with what they had.
True, they did. They did.
Hmm.
Arr. Ba bum ba da bum bum ba ba dum. I'm just thinking of that South Park. Wieners, 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 wiener, wieners. Baba. But yeah, what do you guys would do you want to wait for Star? Should we
Yeah, I'm trying to think
should we
yeah.
say nice things about Star and just and then pretend we never said anything nice about her?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll start.
Okay.
I'll start first.
Okay,
The
you go
first nice
first.
thing is, Star doesn't gargle soda.
That's a nice thing. That's a surprisingly recent
It's a-
nice thing to say.
I mean, it's I mean, it's
Suppose that's a
nice.
compliment.
I mean, it's a nice thing for you and possibly for her. I think Brownie and I are neutral about it, but it seems to bother
I
you two a lot.
I have no horse in this race. I don't
Yeah.
understand why this
Nor
is
do I.
happening.
I don't even understand, and I'm the guy who perpetrated it.
I don't get it.
All right, all right. I think Star is a very nice lady. She's very friendly.
Mhm.
And your turn, Brownie.
Yeah, I like how passionate about more classic anime she is. I know some people are more like current and up to date with some stuff, but I do like that she goes out of her way to have these unique taste.
Mm, mm.
I do like what's how do I phrase this?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I,
If you start a compliment that way, it can go one of two ways. It will be the cutest fucking thing ever, or it's gonna be tragic.
It's when how do I feel like this phrase is poisoned of
Uh-oh.
she's not like other girls.
Oh, she's not like other
She-
girls.
You know,
She's got snake
you know
arms.
them. Yeah, she's got snake arms. There you
Yeah.
go. I don't know what that means. And I said it out loud like an idiot.
it's from one of the ASDF movies.
Oh, okay, got you. I was about to say I was like watch Sleepy do like a backhanded compliment, and I just echoed it as well. I'm like, yeah, totally. I have no idea what that is.
I mean, I'm a dick. I'm not that much of a dick.
No.
I don't typically throw out backhanded compliments. Actually, I'm not even sure if I did actually throw them out, but who knows? Maybe it's a character flaw about myself. I don't know.
Surprise! This has been like a really long, elaborate way to get you to sit down and talk with us, Sleepy. We want to talk
Uh-huh.
about your passive aggressive backhanded compliment issue. It's such a huge problem, and
I was
And-
gonna type my stuff. Apologies, my brothers are home alone this weekend and they called me.
oh,
No, you're fine.
are they okay? All
You're
good.
I mean, did you not hear me earlier, Phoenix? I feel like this would be the worst way to do it.
Oh, it absolutely would be the worst way to do it.
Yeah, and like like an intervention wouldn't work in my case. You'd just have to be like bring it up nicely, and then I'd be like, okay, I understand.
See, I
Are we
think
talking about trauma responses?
sure.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. I feel like the best way to handle Sleepy is to confront him about the opposite of what he's not doing. So, like, if we were really giving him stuff about passive aggressive, like backhanded compliments, we would be like, "Do you know what you don't do enough? You don't do this enough." And it's just really upsetting that you don't do this.
How fucking dare you?
I feel like that would work surprisingly.
But
Anyways, our host is back, chat. Now we can get back on rails.
that's
Oh my
right.
God.
How dare you
What were
handle
the rails for?
responsibility? Ah.
It's the first weekend they're alone.
Aw, cute.
It happens.
It happens. It happens.
Parents
And-
went out of town to Florida for a wedding and everything, and I'm just kind of on call.
Yay.
Nice.
That's good.
I'm close to 18 anyway. But that's the one I worry about because he's the one that might beat the shit out of his brother.
Heh.
You know how it be.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's how brothers are.
That's true. That is how we are.
In fact, you are correct.
You can confirm.
Alright, so I heard Phoenix's opinions a little bit. I don't think I've heard Brownie's. We'll move on. to him.
Unfortunately, it does fall into that category of I'm a fucking Neanderthal, and whenever you lean too hard into the emotional aspect of something, I kind of tune out.
Yeah, those tend to be my enemies. I know it very
Yeah,
well.
it's like if you go into world building, if you go into politics, if you do that
Mhm.
stuff, it's like okay, that could draw me in. But when you go into like character development, I don't know why it's the bane of my existence. If you give me a character that's like down on their luck or they're kind of just like a trauma baby in one way or another,
Drama baby.
it's like there are
I-
some shows that like uh, I've enjoyed that kind of does that. I know I
Mhm.
recommended to you Star to watch Horimiya, and one of the main characters, the male lead Miyamura, is along those lines because it's like he got bullied all the way through grade school,
Mhm.
and then now he has like this, friend group and this girlfriend, and they all support him. And even though he still kind of goes through it, like he's doing like a really good job of like dealing with his past demons. Um, when it comes to Year Lie in April, I
Mhm.
imagine it's a fantastic 5 out of 5 blockbuster that everybody talks about because apparently it is.
Out of 5.
Everybody I've known has talked about Year Lie in April at some point. The show is like what 22 episodes, so it got budget
Yeah.
enough to have like 2 cores. It from the 2 episodes that I watched, it was well animated, it was well voiced, it was relative. Yeah, I would say it's well paced. Um,
I mean,
it's
for
a
an emotional
good
one, yeah.
it's a good anime. It's not for me.
hmm
Yeah,
It's good. It's not for you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
call it a
absolutely.
10 out of 10 anime either. It's just one of those. I don't know. One of them.
No, and it's one of those
challenge
things
you.
that I can recognize as well. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but it's like it's one of
No,
those
you're good.
things that I can recognize where it's just like I could look at something, like somebody can show me a painting, somebody can show me a house that they built
Mm.
or something, and I can go, that looks really good. It's not for me though.
Mm.
hmm
So it's like it's as much as somebody can put like their blood, sweat, and tears and have something turn out like really well. We had this conversation not too long ago in which I mentioned like I, as much as I want to be boastful, as much as I want to like hype myself up and hold myself on this pedestal of like,
Mm.
oh yeah, I enjoy like fine art. I can enjoy things to a higher degree. Like it's like I can, I understand like richer narratives when it comes to themes and shows and books about like nationalism and like the death of ego and stuff like that. I was just like, oh, I understand what the author was going for when they do XYZ with their writing or directing style.
Oh yeah.
But then also at the same time, you've heard me go plenty of times, man, I can't wait to enjoy trash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I got to admit, as much as I want to be that guy who's like, it's like, dude, have you watched the recent Citizen Kane of the cinema, blah, 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 Hollywood blockbuster? Such a good, it's like, no, unfortunately,
That's
the
part
way
of the
I
reason.
am, unfortunately, one of the ways that I am is just like, I just enjoy trash sometimes. And I
That's
think
part
the
of the reason
most,
why I don't mind the 2-episode thing, because like so a lot of the animes that I have chosen to put on my list and for you guys whenever we get to it, tend to be those ones that I put off for so long because I wasn't interested in watching them, and then I watched them and then I loved them, type of a thing, you know. So
you know what I love? Oh,
yeah,
I'm sorry, go for it.
I was just saying I understand.
Got you. Not to take up too much more screen time. One of the things that I liked about Wolf Children was that there wasn't a lot of dialogue. Like when you just have characters go through it, then I can enjoy it more than characters like forcing each other. Like to be in Sleepy's corner here, it's like whenever one character forces another character into a scenario that they don't want to be in, I feel uncomfortable and I don't like going through that even as a second party, even as a third party. But when it happened in Wolf Children, it was just like, oh, okay, bad stuff's happening. We need to move. Even when we do move, bad stuff happens. We just have to roll with the punches. And it's just like, okay, like I can, this is engaging enough. Unfortunately, as much as I do try to give anime like the 4 episodes, I want to try to go a little bit above and beyond the 3-episode rule and just be like, okay, well, I'm going to give it 4 episodes. I gave Given 6 episodes and I couldn't get into it.
It's fair.
And I think the most, oh God, I'm really sorry. I think the most
Why are
damning
you sorry?
thing,
You're allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah,
it's
how
just one of those,
fucking dare you, Brownie?
it's just one of those things where it's like you recommend something to me and then I watch the first episode, and halfway through the first episode when he's like going through it, my brain goes, boo-hoo, your mom's dead, and I go check my phone without pausing the episode. And it's just like, it's like, oh man. And it's like, and then I look up from my phone and it's like a minute away from credits rolling on an episode 1. And I'm like, oh, that's not, I'm really not into this. I'm really not in. Oh no.
No,
Episode 2 was far more engaging because it does a better job of introducing blonde lady. In episode 1, like they do the thing where like, oh, she's chasing the cat, she's being kind of kooky, and it's just like, okay, yeah, that's nice. And then the rest of it is just I don't even remember his name. Friend number 1.
Friend A.
Friend A. Yeah, my
Friend A,
bad.
buddy.
Yeah, Friend A. Oof, that's what he is in my brain. Oh God.
If it makes you
remember
feel
his
any
name.
better, he's friend A throughout the entire series so far.
Yee, that's tough.
Yeah,
Oh
That's better
man.
or worse.
Oh God. My man,
that's how
my
the
man's
blonde
an
refers to
NPC
him.
in his
Yeah.
own. He's an NPC in his own anime. That's
Yeah.
tough.
Here I am at like episode 17, and she just said his real name again, and he's like, "That's only the second time. What does this mean?" It's like,
I
what?
love it when people count shit like that.
Hundreds of time for
man.
Nazis.
Oh.
He's the. I'll drink some water too. He's the Kurusu Kimito of his anime.
Holy shit! Oh, that's
I
good.
agree with you. The second episode definitely does bring a little bit more to the table, which is it happened with One Punch Man too. That's why I watch them in batches, you know,
Gee.
because I can't just watch one episode in one batch and then be like, nope, don't like it, because like it's happened 3 different times where I've watched the second episode of something and I'm like, okay, I got you, I get what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you're allowed to have your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes.
Of course.
Why so down
Sometimes.
on your opinion, my dude?
It's just I can't help but feel like I'm betraying my friend's expectation whenever I don't like something that they recommend.
How
It's kind of like when
dare
somebody
you have
cooks
your own
food.
personal preferences, Brownie? God
Yeah.
I'm right.
damn it.
It's like if somebody cooks food for you and you kind of feel forced to be like, yeah, you tried. And it's like
That is such a rough feeling. Like I'm so sorry if I've ever made you feel that way.
But the way I look at it here is that I can't fulfill everybody's needs. So
yeah.
if there's an anime that doesn't have something for Phoenix but has something for you, or something for sleeping but not for you two, I mean, like, I'm
Everyone
not
has their own
focusing
thing.
on
Yeah.
I'm not focusing on honing in on anybody's interest, because if I do that, then I'll start overthinking and it'll be a problem.
No, the whole
That's
the
yeah,
whole
part
point
of
of
why I
this
throw 'em.
the whole point of this is to potentially give something that maybe you wouldn't go out of your way to watch.
Mhm.
Kind of push you out of your comfort zone, and just talk about anime as a whole. I mean, it's not really a, like, it's very possible that one day we will choose an anime and we'll all come back and be like, this is such hot garbage that I would rather have my urethra explored.
Speaking
Like,
of, we gonna do
Yeah.
a
that it's
garbage night?
possible. Unlikely, because that's
Is
like a
there
top 10 fear list. But like,
has there been an anime recommended on this podcast where the person who recommended it didn't like it?
I don't.
Not yet, but I know
Yeah.
I have some on my list.
not yet, but I know that is something that I probably would have done eventually.
Yeah, I know that I keep throwing around the idea of having like a crap week where it's like give everyone like we'll take turns, and it will be like, all right, choose the worst anime you have ever watched, and that's the anime for the week. And then like the next week it would be like, so we would just go down the line of
Oh,
watching like the
interesting.
worst animes
Trash
we can
month.
trash month or something. Yeah. Like
Month-long event, trash month.
I think that would be
A
dope.
month-long event.
Yeah, a month-long event of like, here is the biggest pile of trash we know.
Interesting.
I also
I
still want to
oh,
throw
you go
that
first.
idea out for DILF and MILF night. Just saying.
I'm down. I
I-
think you
how
brought
would
that
you
up
do
the
that?
other.
I know I mentioned it months ago. I still want to do making fun of censorship by having a segment called "Not for Kids."
Yeah.
Yeah, we did talk about that. That was a good idea.
What was
I
your
just forgot
scene?
about that.
Yeah, no, we've been busy. I figured.
Yeah. But no. Yeah. How do you envision the MILF versus DILF conversation going? Like, how
Yeah,
do you
how would you go
yeah,
about
how
it?
do you go
like
about it?
maybe choose like 3 girls or 3 girls, 3 boys, and then we all post our lovely whatever. Sorry, I just noticed you don't have the anime on the background, and it was weird for me for a second.
Oh yeah, do you know I didn't do that last week, and I kind of like it, so it's probably not gonna go back up until we
No, you're
get
good.
more of
That's totally fair.
a podcasting
Wilbur?
background, which will be the next commission. Because for those of you who have not stared at the screen long enough, I believe the person that I initially paid to do all of these commissions, I do believe actually used AI. The longer I look at it, the
Okay.
more stuff that I find wrong with it, and I just unfortunately don't
Oh.
have another
Oh.
background I can replace it with. But the longer I look at my backgrounds, the more I can see like, huh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously we'll need to talk about it off stream, but if I'm willing to help foot the bill if for future backgrounds and stuff.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool.
But I was thinking 6 per person, three of each gender.
Okay, all right.
And we post them up for our other podcastees.
But what if
posts
Brownie wants
to vote
wants
on.
to give like Elstafa? Where does he fall into place?
Wherever you
Wait a
want
minute.
it to, bud.
Okay.
I guess
all
yeah, that would be up to the presenter putting them up to where they fall.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I swear to God, I feel like
Like-
I already know who Sleepy's first vote is for fucking waifu.
I don't know, dude, because I don't really think that hard about it. Despite being into that kind of thing, I don't really think that hard about it.
I'm DMing
He
you
just
real
gets
fast.
hard.
Oh, no,
That-
Oh,
That's
no.
the kind of joke I would have expected from Weebs, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, I've been channeling him lately. It's a problem.
Really, I would actually. You know what? That makes sense if I had to really think about it.
Yeah, no,
I think he would have ended up there just because I would have been straining my brain to think of who falls underneath DILF category.
No. For waifu, not
what?
DILF. For waifu.
Oh, no, it is
I'll
that.
have to come up with a base set of
I
rules.
you know what? I
Like
can see that too.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
a lot of
Stars
people like the meme.
Star's
We
gonna
gotta
come up
make
with
the rules off
rules,
stream,
but
yeah.
we're going to I think we're gonna try a whole bunch of fun, exciting new things.
We'll iron out some of the details
Yeah.
later. Yeah.
So keep an eye out. We are just about at the hour mark. I'm going to say that we're basically done. I mean, what's everyone's bite nibble mark? We'll start with Sleepy, and I'm taking over as presenter again.
Okay. I feel like I'm probably gonna do this more as for future ones, but I'll still mention it anyway. For myself personally, I would not bite. For others, I would give them like a nibble. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like I would recommend it to others, but I personally would not bite into it.
Okay. All right.
And
Yeah. So if you had like somebody like, oh, I'm looking for X and X, like this type of anime, you'd still be like, oh, try this one.
yeah, I would be more than willing to be like, yeah, no, then you might like this. Then I know I
Okay,
didn't, but I think you might.
Fair.
Yeah.
What?
All right. Star.
Oh well, of course it's a bite for me. I watch this thing every year. In fact,
Fair.
I watched it with my brother this year.
Oh, cute.
Oh, it's one of those for you. That's right. You did lead off the podcast with this is the yearly rewatch.
To be fair, I then hijacked that and made it into a joke, so it would probably be understandable on the confusion there.
And my brother liked it, so you know.
Yeah. All right, Brownie boy, what you got?
Unfortunately, I don't even think I'm gonna give this one a nibble. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pass on this one.
Okay.
I just couldn't get into it.
All right. Hey, no problem, no
Not for
problem.
everybody.
And you know, I'm gonna say nibble. I mean, I'm gonna end up finishing it because I've just got time to do it. It was cute. I would say that it would be a nibble for me, and I think if somebody was looking for a recommendation along these lines, I think it would be a bite. I think I would recommend it. You know.
Feel it. Ow, that hurt. Nice.
Yeah, I thought it was
Well, as
cute. I
always,
liked it. It was
Opinions
cute.
appreciated.
Yeah, it was cute. I mean, I liked it. But you know, I don't think I'd watch it again. You know.
Some anime are just like that. You would recommend it to others, but you wouldn't watch it again.
Yeah. Okay, and with that, we're going to I think we're gonna end it here. Thank you for joining us for episode 26 of AniBites, the anime podcast. with me, we of course have a Sleepy Corpse that you can find right here on Twitch. He streams as often as he can.
Yeah,
Primarily, he tries to do weekends. I think
yeah,
was
yeah.
that
It's,
yeah.
I mainly do weekends. Chat, if you want, hop in my Discord and we can talk about more ways to piss off the rest of the group by like things like gargling soda.
I swear to God.
Oh
Uh, we've got Star here. She's not really doing anything right now, but maybe one day we'll convince her to stream, and I'm sure if we can get her to start reading books for everyone on the YouTubes or something, we'll find something creative that she can do for content creation.
Follow her anyway, chat.
Follow her anyway. Follow her anyway.
Yes.
And then, of course, you've got that Brownie. You can find him at Light Novel Brownie at YouTube. And yeah.
He
And
also has a Twitch chat. He sometimes does a podcast sometimes.
sometimes.
yeah, I do need a workshop. I need to workshop an idea that I have with you, Phoenix, on that.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I thank you for reminding me, Sleepy. I need to go through my notes because that's a little earlier in my notes, so I've already forgotten.
Well, I try
It
to
is
help out the homies.
it is outside rendering distance.
Yeah, exactly.
So given the recent state of the VTube universe, I have elected not to raid anyone that I am not sure of or know personally. So unfortunately, people that I have kind of mentally vetted in my brain are not online at the moment. So there will be no raid today. This will probably follow this pattern for at least a little while until the sphere has kind of settled down a little bit, which it's well on its way to do. But I want to be sure I want all of that fun stuff because I don't need to be stuck in any of that nonsense. I'm not big enough to be stuck in any of that nonsense, you know?
It's fun. Don't get it.
It's fun if I
Mhm.
had several thousand more viewers.
It's fun.
But I don't, and I'm not here trying to be canceled. So,
Even if I had several thousand viewers, I wouldn't step foot in that nonsense.
yeah, honestly, I would probably try to avoid it, which is why I'm going to be extra careful reaching out and moving forward. You will probably, not that I collab with many people right now, but you will probably see more of a restriction on um, who and what will be in and out. The Uwu crew is, of course, always welcome, and thank you again. And probably we're gonna probably reach out to Durable Can again and see if he's available for stuff.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Congrats.
yeah. Lovers, chat, lovers.
Bye,
Enjoy
everyone.
your end screen. Are you enjoying your end screen, chat? You should. I hope they are. That's right. They can't hear you, but they can feel your presence. Exactly. They can hear the gargling of the soda in the distance. I fucking hate that, but I love it so much. just somewhere, just somewhere in the distance, you hear. Fuck that. Oh yeah, that will be the quotes. The quote for the stream is "Sleepy Gargles." Asterisk, yeah. Asterisk Sleepy Gargle soda. What do you mean? Hold on, I gotta. I'm still live. Hold on, the mic's gotta be off.